Yeah, I think so. I don't think I was in the right headspace at that time. But this, it was a great weekend. I had an excellent weekend. Just I, you probably don't know. There's just a dude in MDVA named Haas. His tag used to be Instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but he asked me to host a B-Day bash at my place for him, and so I did, and that was awesome. And then played some tennis yesterday. It was just chill. It was a good weekend. I am exhausted, but I'm feeling happy, so that's good.
Honestly, being exhausted and happy sounds like friggin' awesome. Like that, like what a good combination of things.
I mean, I would love to feel awake and happy, but exhausted and happy is a close second. Anything tied with happy is pretty good.
Plus,
Uh,
happy is usually pretty good. Like it's at least high
yeah,
tier as far as emotions
exactly.
go. So,
And also, like on top of that, my girlfriend is over, so after this, I get to hang out with her, and so there's all sorts of good things today. How about have you been? I am curious. Have you been playing Falco recently?
yeah, I clipped a link the other day. Do you want to see it?
Yes, I do. I would love to
Okay, let me grab
put
it.
it in NDVA.
Oh yeah, I'll put it there. MDVA. I didn't cut it very well, so there's some neutral in front, but that's fine. It's like my Falco's very clumsy still because I'm still learning him, but he should have killed me when he had the chance. I'll put it that way. It's been posted.
Oh my god.
Like it's so bad, and then I hit him.
Right there, shine, dare, up tilt, dare, up tilt, dare, dare. Nice. And it's like, yeah, you were at death's door.
Yeah, I
Dude.
had no business winning that. Like absolutely zero business or zero right to win that, but that's okay.
I mean, dude, that's Link is a bad character. He threw out one of his best kill options, which also has a bajillion years of end lag, so it sucks to suck.
I mean, I feel like so. I don't chalk that one up to Link as bad character. I think that he just didn't react well to the trajectory of the down
Oh yeah,
throw. Yeah.
no. I mean, it's just like I guess what I mean is in the sense is like, oh, let's say Fox up smashes there. Well, I mean, let me look back at this.
I feel like a
How
lot of
long are you?
I feel like a lot of characters can get reversaled if they like fail tech chase like
That's
on
true.
side
That's true.
platform. Yeah.
But yeah, no, clean, good shit.
Thank you.
I I also I don't know. I like watching Link get comboed, not because I hate the character. I'm actually fine with Link. He just makes I like the sounds he makes,
He's good
and
combo weight too. Like he's a very like he's heavy, but like he's kind of mid weight, like mid faller. So like he's a very satisfying weight to to combo.
yes, he's really fun to combo, and the sounds he makes when you're comboing, where he's like ooh it's like I love those sounds. Also, my original training partner in Melee, the person who got me into the Melee, is a Link main. So I learned I came up playing against Link. So that's like one of my. I feel like there's a bit of dopamine that I get from seeing the character just because of that.
I feel you. Yeah, like one of my first friends that played the game like competitively that I met through the game was like also a Link player. And yeah, like honestly, his death scream, like when he's screaming because he's like flown off the top, like tier one death scream. Like he has good, yeah, he has good sounds. Like so, absolutely. Now, while we could talk about Link sounds all day, and I'd be fine with that, we should probably look at Sheik at some point. Um,
Yeah,
so let's talk
we
melee.
could do that. I'm gonna have to find what do I don't even know what good footage I have. Because I
If you have
don't.
good footage, we could just go on like Slippy.
Yeah, I might go on something. Because the most recent thing, I'm trying to think if I've even been on stream at all on anything. I haven't been, not at my events. I wasn't at Friday. I played a bit of Peach, but other than that, I did get absolutely demolished by a Mario. And this is not the first Mario that pushed my pushed my shit recently. There was another one that I played a week ago. I think it was J-Mook's Mario, actually. At least it said I forget what the name was, but absolutely got fucked by him, and then got fucked again by this dude, uh, Over Matter, whose code is Mind. So I'd be down to just go through that one.
Yeah, let's take a look. See.
All right, let me download this. All right.
I find the Marios are such interesting characters to analyze, like, because they're like, they have the like they can do all of like the like undershoot, overshoot, whiff punish, triangle, kinda, but like they're not good at any of them.
No, they aren't. They don't like. They're not great at anything. They're like all around very mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think like yeah. Well, they all have different things. I would love like a combo, like a hybrid of why is this not pulled up? Let's see what Discord's not open. I would send you this file on Discord, except for my Discord isn't opening, so I can't do that.
Oh, it's not opening on your computer?
No, it's not. Oh.
Like, what is it? What do you mean it's not opening? Like, is it just not popping up, or is it like what's?
And like nothing's happening when I'm trying to open it. You see, is there even in Task Manager? Yeah, I need to like close it. No, it's not open at all. What the fuck? All right, hold up.
Wait, how are we communicating right now?
I'm on my other computer where I do have my stuff. Here's what I can do. All right, wait. Here's what I can do. I'm gonna do a little multi-platform transferring.
Okay.
First, I go to myself on Facebook.
Let's go.
There's that, and then game 2, and then just want the first game as well. The Marios are just also like Mario's punish on Sheik is just brutal. It's like not
okay.
Do not like I just like getting grabbed at low percent fucking sucks.
It does.
Alright, let's see.
Now I'm excited because there's like I think a lot of structure. Because like when I hear that, I think okay, so what is like Mario doing? So obviously down throw chain grab, but then like what does he do?
Down throw chain grab is definitely part of what's happening here.
Yeah, it's like what does he do at the end of that? And I'm trying to like think of what that would look like.
It's like generally, it's just sort of annoying that he builds up like this early fucking percent. Also, I mean, I feel like I'm really bad at CCing against Mario because his fair it just is so good at stuffing out CC.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I will admit this was like this is not my finest melee, but I do feel like also that's gonna happen a lot, and I simply did not have the game plan or structure to beat this Mario, at least like right now.
Yeah, that's okay. Like again, I think that Mario is like bad, but like he's not as bad as people think. Is my general opinion.
He just has a few like he has like a tool for everything. It's just that a lot of the time he only has one tool. So like his kill tool is like F smash, which is a really good kill tool, but it's I guess he has a up smash too, but less easy to utilize. But anyway, I sent the files. I don't know if you're gonna be able to. Hopefully you can open these.
No, I got them. I'm just like making sure that the volume doesn't like kill us both before I hit stream. So let me just adjust this. Maybe let's do this so it's big, and then yep, cool. So then we'll start streaming.
And I think that we started on Battlefield, and game 2 might have also been on Battlefield, actually.
I mean, if they're both on the same stage, I'm not like too worried. Like I'm not too worried about watching these in order because like it sounds like these are structural issues, not adaptation issues. So I don't think we're gonna.
Yeah, I was trying to adapt during the set, but I was just like, I don't know what the fuck is happening.
So I'd say like right off the bat, we have like something that we can work with. So it's not that like the runoff aerial's bad, but like why are we going for like? What's your understanding of how the putt pressure versus his character works? Like, what are we trying to do with it?
I don't know. Let's see. I'm just sort of like, at first I was trying to be like kind of aggro in Mario's face, but then I kept getting grabbed. Or just like, you know, he would low profile under my stuff and F smash me and shit.
Yeah. So
I started playing like, or trying to play a bit more defensive, but I don't think I committed to it.
So I think you have the right idea. I actually do think that like you can't like, I think you can play defensively and hang back. That's fine, but I don't think that it's bad to like. I don't think it's bad to take good positions and like apply pressure that way. What I'd say is we need to keep an arm's length with him. Like, what's Sheik's biggest advantage in fighting over this guy?
I have better range.
Yeah, so like if we're aggroing, we just want to be mindful of that at all times. Like we don't want to like give him anything that he doesn't have, that like we don't want to give him things that we don't have to. This is another thing I want to ask you about. So like this nair here, like when he's on the platform, like why are we doing nair here?
I don't know. I was just having a lot of trouble hitting him with my fair. I was like, this guy's so fucking small. That is what I was thinking.
Gotcha. Yeah, we need to get better. So the big thing I'm noticing is we need to get better at using forward air, specifically hitting low targets. Because, like, I'm seeing these fairs, and, like, they're slightly too high a lot of the time. So, like, here, take a look at, like, this one, and we'll, like, go... Like, this one off the platform. Where do you think the hitbox is when you do it off the platform like this?
I mean, it's like, I can't really show you on my screen, but, I mean, I know... So...
Yeah, help me out here. So how high is it? Like, what's the lowest point? Like, what's the lowest point it would hit on this frame?
Let's see. So, like, basically, no, a little bit higher. A little bit, like, right around there.
So, like here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And then how far forward does it hit? Like here? Here-ish?
No, yeah, you like right around there.
Yeah.
A little bit more. I think that's
a little bit more. Like here,
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so what we have here is what I'm noticing here, like this one will kind of hit him, like if he's standing up, if he's standing exactly like here. But I think if you're trying to tip it, I don't know if that one actually hits him. Because it like kind of does like a curve like this. Right. So we might want to consider like this one looks okay, but like there's other ones here that have just looked like way too low for what you're doing. That one also will not hit his jump squat, I think, like or his like crouch. So that's another thing to be kind of aware of.
Yeah, he low profiles pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
So when he does that, do I just buffer roll out of that?
So you could have gotten that. I'm reasonably sure you could have gotten that shield grab. Like, let's see here.
Maybe.
Okay. So one, two, hit lag happens. So he's one frame of, and what frame does your shield? You're actionable here.
Okay.
Yeah. So your shield grab was just like 3 frames late.
Okay, I see. All right. So shield grab the fair.
Yeah, you can. I mean, like, again, I don't know if I'd necessarily... I'm not saying that just because you can shield grab there to stop the fair into, like... To stop the fair into grab, I don't know if you necessarily do it, because he could also fair into down smash, he could fair into dash away. Like, I think the more important thing there is that you have a lot of actionability. I'd probably wave dash back, honestly. So how does this all happen? So this is all from the chain grab. This makes sense. So good defense getting out. Did you mean to up air there?
I think I meant to up tilt. Wait, did I actually up air? Oh yeah, damn. Yeah, I meant to up tilt.
Okay, cool.
Like I said, kind of sloppy play overall from me, but also I wasn't sure what to do.
Yeah, it's like you're slightly too... So the spacing is always, like, slightly off. So basically, like, here, look at this forward tilt, right? Like, you're just, like, barely missing him. You needed to be, like, slightly closer. Are you afraid to hit him if when he gets to the ground?
A little. This dude was. I feel like ASDing down a lot. He was definitely a down holder, so I was, like, kind of nervous to hit. I guess at this percent, it's like, it doesn't really matter anymore. But yeah, overall, I was, what do you say, hesitant to smack him when he was on the ground.
Gotcha. And what about, like, dash dance grabbing him?
That is probably something I should do more of.
Yeah, because I'm noticing, like, because a lot of the things you're describing are, like, I feel like you have the option to just, like, continue on, like, with the solution you're doing and just execute it better, but you could also use, like, a tool that's more, like, suited for the situation. Like, you don't necessarily have to change your game plan. Like, that was really good. Like, everything there was really good. I might even consider down tilting, honestly, after the needle, if you're going for this kind of pressure string. Because, like, it has a better send in a lot of ways.
I see. Yeah.
Like, it pops him up, like, more around here, so then you just, like, slap him. But you still get the kill, so it's fine. I would say that this fair that you do, like...
I don't think I got the kill.
No, you get it here.
Do I get it here?
I mean, I hope so. It's like...
Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't realize I got the fair right after that.
I would say that this fair is, like, a very good example of, like... This is a very good exemplar fair of, like, how you want your fairs to generally look versus this character.
Okay.
Like, you'll notice you actually wound up L-canceling that, right?
Yeah.
So, like, it is... If you're not sure, it is often better to just, like, do them a little lower to make sure that they actually have presence in the spot you need them.
Yeah, I think it's literally just, like... I think I've had this problem against Doc, too, and even Pikachu sometimes, where
Probably
I just
Fox.
miss... Huh?
Probably Fox, too, because that used to happen with me with him a lot.
Yeah, actually, definitely. Where, like, I feel like my attacks just whiff a lot of the time, because he's just under them. He's too low because they're shorter than other characters. They're shorter than most of the other characters I'm fighting.
Yeah, like, I'd say, like, all of these are, like, really good. Like, so, look at how you do your aerials here once he's done his stupid Mario crap. So this is good, this is good, this is good. If anything, I'm like, why are we not following up more aggressively on him? Cause, like,
yeah, well, because suddenly I was getting these hits, I was like, oh shit, I'm hitting all of a sudden, what? Because the first game was equally bad. It was actually, like, worse.
Okay, so if you see Mario or, like, Doc or Pikachu or whatever pop up here, what's the play after the back?
Well, I wanted to run up grab, but, like, maybe can't he nair me out of it or something?
Maybe.
Could be.
I mean, like, let's play it out. When is he actionable? So it looks like he just falls to the ground, but, like...
I mean, but I could stuff him. Okay, so I could run up... I'm also at a percent where, like, I could run up, crouch, and down tilt or something. Or run up, crouch, F tilt.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that. Like, what I really like here, personally... I like turning around. I like jumping and doing, like, a more aggressive back air.
Okay.
Like, jump backwards and fall and try to, like, sweet spot him. Because if he nairs, then we just hit him anyway, right? We hit him with our superior move.
Right.
You can also, like, turn... This is also a good spot to, like, turn around and forward tilt. Right? Because you can, like, with the theory of the case being that, like, if he friggin... Yeah, like, actually, this would be a good diagram. Like, this one I think we can keep. But, like, let's make a new one for this situation, because I think that this is good. So, in general, with this position, like, there's a few ways to approach it. Grab is, like, the ideal follow-up if we know that it works, but, like, yeah, like you said, it has problems in case he nairs. If he nairs, he's probably nairing about here, like, about this high, would you say?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool, so this is the danger line. We need, whatever we're doing has to be able to beat a nair here. So, with that in mind, let's look at some other options. How do you feel about dash short hop rising fair?
I mean, I can do that.
Yeah, and it puts him off stage. We slap him, like, we hit him with our claws. Like, that seems pretty good. So I'd say that fair is definitely a consideration. What else do we have here? We've mentioned forward tilt. So, like, yeah, turn around forward tilt. Might not hit him, depending on if he's a little further. But, like, F tilt makes a good amount of sense. And look, we've just created a DI mix-up. Right?
Right. Okay.
So we've created it, like, this is why these two are so good, because we've created a 50-50 just by having two basic options here. You could also continue to do the back airs, that's fine. I would actually say that if you're going to do the back airs, you want to try to, like, mix in some sweet spot back air. Because, like, because sweet spot back air versus soft back air also creates a 50-50.
Right, okay.
Because you could sweet spot, like, you could soft bear into something. I personally, in this spot, really like the advancing fair. Because you have, like, good option. You have, like, the edge being in close proximity. So you're going to be able to, like, you're going to be able to be, like, very... Like, if they DI in on the fair, I feel like you can sometimes get another fair anyway, so I don't even know if this is a true 50-50 DI 50-50 here because of his percent and our proximity to the edge. But, like,
yeah,
it's, yeah, we got tons of options. There's one more thing that kind of makes sense here, but I wouldn't do it on this weight class generally, but it does work. What do you think it is?
Any dash attack?
Yeah, dash attack is the one I'm thinking, because, like, it hits here, but it's kind of awkward to follow up, so I'm not a huge fan of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it might pop him straight up. I mean, if I'm lucky, he'll be DIing off stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I can go for some sort of edge guard. But yeah, no, it's hard to follow up on the flow to your characters at this percent.
Absolutely. Now, one thing I would clarify here is it's the reason I don't like doing it here against Mario is because his high recovery is kind of obnoxious to edgeguard, even with our, like, good back air. Like, it's still very doable, but, like, it's kind of annoying. If we were fighting someone like Peach, I'd be a lot more open to it, because, like, she doesn't travel up and down quickly, and as long as she's within range of, like, full hop back air, like, what the hell does she do?
Right, okay.
So I think that there's, like, kind of, like, a consideration here for dash attack. Like, it's not, maybe not versus him, but maybe versus someone else we would. But it's just, it happens to do with his option pool. And you could also make a case for running down smash, but, like, I don't really like it compared to everything else, because everything else seems better than it. But, yeah, it is, like, a thing that exists. Because, like, look at this ending position here on this next one, right? Imagine if you just run over and, like, slapped him.
Yeah.
And, like, it looks like you had that idea, but, like, you just kind of, like, you realized it too late.
Yeah, you can't really wait. You just have to, like, see the hit and the DI and be like, oh shit.
Yep. So this is actually a good segue into another thing. Let's talk platform escapes. So, I can see you're going for, like, a runoff bear or something here. How do you feel about shielding here?
Yeah, I mean, that could be good to just, like, get him to try to hit my shield and then, like, shield drop nair or something.
Or light shield, let him push you off and then hit him after.
Yeah, okay.
So, like, remember, so we have different timings available to us with our options in these situations. Like, that's really the point here. So from this original starting point here, going up and over, the runoff platform bear is, like, the one that has, like, the least amount of protection because you don't have a shield or anything guarding you. I would say the light shield push-off gives you more, but it doesn't really allow you much efficiency if they, like, decide to, like, wait under you, or if they decide to hit this side of the shield. That's how that one goes wrong. Fortunately, Mario, with his, like, kind of bad range, is kind of easy to see, like, him doing this. The other cool thing about staying on the platform is it also allows you to move to top platform, in case you want to. Remember, like, we don't have to necessarily go to the floor. Like, that is one option, but we have this other option of just playing above a vertical game, because Mario can't really chase us up there. And when the opponent can't chase us up there, that's, like, something to consider. So remember, you have, like, many options here. Like, we don't want to, like, lock ourselves into one or the other, and it all starts from this, like, convergence point of 0.
I think this is, like, an issue I actually also had in the Luigi matchup, where I showed too much respect to the character. Like, I think that he's got more going on than he does.
Yeah.
Or I'm scared to, like, smack him out of the air because I'm like, oh, he's so small. What if I miss or, like, whatever? But it's like it's still an advantageous position.
Mm-hmm. What would J-Mook's Mario be called?
I forget I don't know if he was even playing Mario. But he was just really fucking good, whoever it was, and their name was like J-Mook or whatever, J-Mook Mario or something. or I forget. I think it was like J-Moo.
So let's talk about this spot. I think it's important we see how he got here. So like, let's start from here. So, coming up to the edge, what are your thoughts? What are your plays? What do we got?
Let's see. Does he have a jump? I didn't see.
We'll find out. I'm pretty sure he does, but we will know soon. Yeah.
All right. I guess I could just I could try to just run off fair. Fair.
What if we approach the edge differently?
So like, what should I full hop?
What if What if you short hopped and turned around it with Needle Store?
Okay.
So the way what I'm suggesting basically would cause Sheik to be here, like facing this way. And she's got her hat and her like mouth thing. So she'd be facing here, like in the air, and then she'd be like this. Like kind of like here and like falling this way.
Yeah, well, yeah. Where's Mario at this point gonna be though?
Probably Mario will probably be about here. Around here, somewhere in this blob. Like here, like we'll advance it. So like we jump, do, 1, 2, 3, like, so you'd be about here, airborne, right? And he's here.
Yeah.
Because like he basically has to anti-air you with the up B to like stop you, right?
Yeah, exactly. He does.
Yeah.
I mean, except he can also jump and like up air me or something, but that.
How does he up air you if you're here and he's over here? How does he up air you? Like, you're gonna just back air him.
I mean, I guess if he sees me jump, he could fast fall.
Okay, so then you fast fall to the edge.
Right.
Because you have the faster falling speed.
Okay.
Like this is like what I'm getting at is like if we like reverse needle store, like jump reverse needle store a lot sooner than this, then like what we have going on here is a spot where he really can't like deal with anything we do. We could also just like, if we don't have the time for that, because maybe I misjudged it, but even if we don't have time for that, I think that like we need to be like covering this area like more tightly. And I think another thing we should consider is grabbing the edge here.
Yeah, I didn't grab edge almost at all during this whole thing.
That's huge. It's so good against him. Like, it's one of the most important things for edge guarding him. Because if you grab the edge, what does he do here?
Yeah, I know. No, he's forced it because I can just grab edge and Sammy stall until he goes on the stage.
Not even. Like, you don't even bother with Sammy stalling here. You grab the edge, all he can do is go over you or go under you or try to go under you. Once you grab the edge, you just bear him. Like,
right.
Because if he goes above you, he has to commit to that. So then you just see him do that and kick him away. If he goes below you, you see him doing that, and you just, like, you know, will Sammy stall at that point, or you falling back air and kick him away. And either way, he's, like, dead. Okay. So, yeah, like, this needs to be, like, this kind of spot needs to be, I think, there needs to be a recognition that, like, we grab edge here, like, a good amount of the time. Because it's, like, so, it is, like, he's like Marth. Like, so much of the edge guard on him is just, like, dealing with Marth.
Yeah. Oh, I was literally thinking that, and how even his cape acts the same as Marth's side B.
Yeah.
To, like, delay his fall speed and shit. And, like, very, very quick up B that covers vertical distance very fast, and you can't really contest once it's out.
Yeah, so I'm going to say bear and grab edge. Like
so,
these...
And I understand it's, like, so basically if the Mario is recovering high and he's coming down from up high, like, if I have enough time, go for a turnaround bear, it'll just swat him away.
Yeah, and the thing is, because you're edge guarding with a sex kick at that point, like, you're gonna also, the persistent hitbox is also going to be good versus his fireball. So, like, because the bear can just cleave through the fireball and still hit him, right? So it has multi-purpose, like, it has multi-functionality against his recovery options. It's really, it's insane. I didn't realize bear destroys fireball. Yeah, no, like you have to hit with the hitbox, but like that's not too much of an ask. I'm gonna hold off till next match to comment on our combo escape options, but I think that there are things we could be doing better on that front.
That was game 2.
Okay, cool. So let's see here. So more grabs. This is good. So what do you think the combo is on Mario in general, like out of down throw?
No, down throw. I mean, probably depending on DI. If I can get up tilt's probably best. Sort of like I like up tilt on Marth as well.
Yeah, up tilt, up air if they're available or tend to be really good because yeah, like he's kind of got the Marth weight, and then if he DIs away, DIing away is kind of weird. Like there's things you can do. Like he has because of his like up B, he like the regrab stuff. If he wants to make it difficult, it can become very difficult. But the flip side is if he doesn't. Okay, let's look at that one. So I feel like this is a situation that comes up a lot with Sheiks. So let's see how high we do this fair.
Boy. Almost instantly.
Yeah, without fast fall because you're shield dropping it.
Yeah.
So shield...
I mean, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I know how to shield drop fast fall the fair. I just have to do that. So that's a good note to make.
Yeah. So the one thing about shield drop fast falls is that if you're not clawing, it's like clawing the input. It is like there is an amount of delay when like with allowing the stick from the shield drop to return to neutral. Because remember, like when you shield drop, your character begins moving the second it touches the down and like your character is moving and effectively actionable on the very first frame that the stick moves into like the shield drop position, right? It's not like with Isaiah drops or anything like that where like there's like a delay. So like the stick has time to kind of like bounce back in a way before it goes down. Like shield drops happen so fast that like you're not going to usually get the fast fall instantaneously unless you're using another finger. So just kind of a thing to keep in mind. Like you might honestly like I might consider just like not engaging there for that reason. Like it's Mario below me. I just don't really know what I get from fighting him here, you know? Like I would even consider like wave dashing off into fast fall because like that might even wind up being faster, but for like attacking him. But I don't even know if I necessarily want to like fight him. I might just go across top platform and like move away from him because I don't want to like play into his kill move.
So where do I want to be try to be fighting Mario most of the time?
You want him sideways with you, but right now he's more under than sideways. That's my issue.
Is it because like his up air stuffs out most of what I can do?
Yeah, like he's got his up air, he's got his up tilt, he's small, so he has mix-ups with like his crouch, whether he's crouching or standing. He can also use like crouch, force you to attack low, then dash out of the way, kind of like what Jigglypuff and stuff does. Like I don't see like here. A visual will probably help. So we started this fight basically here, right? Like here? Or like, no, we were a little bit further. Like we were here basically, yeah? So we have to travel all of, like, so if we want to like fight him, we have to travel all of this distance just to like do anything, right? That's way too much, like, and then if he crouches, it's like to here. That's so long, like that's so much. I just don't think that it's like, if it's really reasonable to like, I just don't think that, I feel like this is an unnecessary risk, especially if we don't have access to immediate fast fall.
So don't try to swing at Mario when he's under you, like, at least not all the time, especially when I'm at kill percent.
Yeah, because all of his best kill moves are ground moves, remember? Like, even if you were coming off this way with back air, like, he can still hit your leg with the fireball. Like, with the disjoint on his thing. I'm not saying never back air off platforms, but I'm just saying that, like, I just don't see if we're at, like, this percent why we would even, like, open ourselves up to that. Especially if we're on the back foot, you know?
Right. Just...
Yeah, we can go to the top platform, we can reposition, we can realign. I would say in terms of where I would consider doing that, like, a fair or something from in this spot, It's like, it's weird because like it's weird to like to visualize it, because while Fair and Bear are really good against him, and I don't think it's bad to do them into him, it's kind of like it's a very heavy timing mix-up interaction, because his whole thing is he's trying to call you out, right? So
Right.
because his whole thing is just like, you know, what timing is it? I feel like you have to be starting from like a position where you have timing mix-ups that are relevant to what he's doing, but also allow you to change your mind and back off while you're going up. So like if I were short hopping like this, maybe I'd consider this fair. Like if I were like on the ground short hopping like this, I might consider it, because I have the option to like back out or like go to other places if I see him like backing up. But yeah, it's weird.
It's sort of like yeah, okay, that makes sense. I got that.
Yeah, like you kind of see why it's hard to explain, but you get the idea, right? It's like it's kind of like if Marth had to commit to only up tilt. It's like if Marth had up tilt to beat or jump in, like just had up tilt. Because then he has to like call us out. It's still good to jump in against that Marth, because like up tilt's such a big commitment, but like there's kind of an art to it. We're kind of like moving around the hitbox a lot. Or like or just barely staying outside it. And yeah, with your starting point of the platform, I don't think you really have the option to do that. This is like weirdly one of the matchups where you actually use her short hop's height for like a combat utility. This full hop costs you so much. Because if you short hop here, you're able to chase him so much more effectively. Like, you probably don't get the follow-up, but you land, like, here so much sooner. You might have been able to, like, shoot needles at him or something. Like, it costs you a lot of, like, footing that made your next interaction really awkward.
I see. All right.
Like, it's not too... Actually, no, because he clipped the edge, it's not really that bad. But, like, it's... Even just a couple of percent. Yeah, even just a couple of percent. Honestly, I'm almost wondering if we wanted to like nair him and try to put him on the platform, because it would like use the higher trajectory. Because it's so unlikely that the fair puts him off stage, right? Because he's at such a middle percent. So then he DIs this, and then if we had naired him, he goes like what, here? Like that might have been actually pretty. Like short up nair actually might have been the play. But yeah, I would say that like the short up nair versus fair is not going to be what costed this game or anything. But
of course, yeah. But I mean, no, that's good to consider, because I hadn't really. I mean, that's not something I was really thinking about. Like, oh, I could when fair won't send them off stage, I could try to use nair to push them onto the plat instead, since it like doesn't send them at the same trajectory, like sends them upward a little bit.
Yeah, it also keeps them in the air for longer. So like you have more time for your follow up. So yeah, this is like we're trying to hit him. We're trying to hit him right now, aren't we?
Yes. I'm like, oh fuck, I need to hit this little dude.
Yeah. So like, yeah, we're full hopping a lot. But yeah, I like, are these intentional full hops or?
Yeah, I think I was treating it the same way that I treat Luigi. I know it's not the same because like obviously Luigi has to like. Just the difference in aerial drift means Mario can cover that a lot better than Luigi can. Mario can like jump at it at the full hop, whereas Luigi like has to wave dash in and then jump to cover my full hop.
Yeah, so like I think that this game is just like a matchup. Like it's just a misunderstanding of the matchup. That was good. Using your shield.
I don't think I cover this. Yeah, I missed my dash.
Yeah, that's okay. Like, that's just an execute. I'm not worried about the execution errors. I'm more worried about things like that full hop, where it's just like, it's just not efficient enough to work, because he's just a different character overall. So that's like fine. That's whatever. Yeah, so this is like what okay, let's look at the spacing on this jump. So you go for this jump. Okay. So you jumped at him. So this is basically the problem here. What you're doing is you're jumping in a way that like is designed to hit him where he is, But your whole thing, like Sheik's thing here, is that she basically kind of controls space by stuffing out his approaches. So you don't have to move forward. It's honestly more valuable to just like create the reaction point where you can like back air here. Because by you moving forward here and moving it here, you're just allowing him to kind of like get under you or like attack into your space. Like, you see how you've created like a bigger pocket of space for him, kind of?
Right.
Yeah. Like,
Like he can just nestle himself in there.
yeah, whereas over here, you can, like, fall on him earlier, relatively speaking. Whereas over here, like, he has so much more, like, less space that he has to cross in order to get to, like, the spot where he wants to be. Whereas, like, over there, from the stationary jump, you've, like, doubled the amount of work he has to do. And the other thing to remember is, because you don't have to commit, if he hangs back here, you can always just charge needles on the way down, or play off the, or move to the platform, or, like, store needle, like... You can shoot needles if you've got him. You can, like, once you hit the ground, you can store them on the way down. Like, there's other like, you win full screen. Like, your character is much stronger at full screen than his is, so you don't have to commit to any of this either. Like, your backup plan is really good. If he chooses an action, then he's hanging himself, because you can just like store needles over here.
Right. I'm seeing this better now about how I need to sort of be less aggressive with my bears and such, and like just I can it's okay to not try to be taking space, especially against a character like this.
Yeah, like, every character has their strengths, and I would say that Mario... So, think of it this way. If Mario is a jack-of-all-trades character, then he's going to basically try to attack the weakness of your character. Sheik is pretty good at all three parts of the positional triangle, but I think if we had to pick a part that she's weakest at, it would probably be overshoots. It would probably be offensive, because she doesn't have, like, a good aerial approach, so she has to use her ground moves, which don't have great hitboxes when they're running. Like, sorry, when she's in dash. Or she has to go through her run. So, knowing that, his whole thing is he's trying to, like, tease us outside of this range and then, like, undershoot us a lot when we come in, but we don't have to come in. We can just, like, we can like, our character is much better than his at holding space. And if we make him have to play to that, then, yeah, now we're making his life miserable. Yeah. The other thing here is, like, remember, your needle angle is, like, really, really powerful. So, like, even if you're not sure what to necessarily do, it's okay to just, like, zone this territory and, like, figure, like, this kind of, like, general approach area and kind of figure it out from here, because it gives him, like, a concrete target that he has to worry about. The one trick is just don't play, if you're gonna go up here, don't play into the, like, don't play for hits if it looks like, if he gets under you. Like, just keep, like, don't play for hits if he's under you, because, especially if you're at low damage, because you don't want to just, like, feed him the chain grab.
Right, of course. Okay. So I can use more just falling needles to keep him from trying to get it on me.
Yeah. And short hop needle is pretty good. Remember, this guy really like if you've got needles stored and he comes forward, short hop falling needle grab is perfectly reasonable. Okay, combo thing. So, after this down throw up smash, Mario has good moves for, like, not good moves, but, like, he has moves for, like, dealing with, aerials, like, in these kinds of combos where they're, like, he's not stun locked, but he's really high up. Like, he's got his, like, trade nair, because it hits on, like, 3 or 4. He's got his down air, which is huge, for some reason. He's got his, like, dragon...
It's, like, deceptively obnoxious.
Yeah, so, you know what? What I would say here is what do you think the problem is in this situation? With us going up for fair?
So, I mean, he could jump away. He can wave land onto plat. He can down air.
He's never going to be able to avoid our full hop fair with jump or wave land. Like, even if he jumps, he's still in a bad spot. We want him to jump. And if he tries to wave land on plat, he's just going to get hit. So, like, the problem, what are the things that can stop this fair?
What are the things that can stop it? Mm-hmm. Does his fair beat my fair?
His dare? Or nair? Which one did you say?
Dare. I said dare.
Dare can, yeah. Dare is kind of like, it's inconsistent, but it can.
So I see. So, and I guess, I mean, the risk reward of hitting that is, like, I mean, if I get, like, clipped by the dare, that's not that bad.
Yeah. He can also nair and try to trade with you. But So knowing all this, what I would say here is, what if we just turned around?
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, what if we just spend one frame turning around before we do this, and then all of a sudden we're using our giant disjointed back air?
Yeah, that might be good. I feel like a lot of the answers in this matchup are just use my aerials a little bit differently than what I've been doing.
I would agree
And
with that.
turning and facing my back towards Mario sometimes.
Yeah, like, so this was like a very like goofy game, but like you can see like, look at how it still wasn't done perfectly, but this was a lot better than the previous one. So like, first of all, look at how well like you do this fair. This is gorgeous. Like, yes, especially because that's the good height for like that's a good height for when he's airborne. Like if he's short hopping or full hopping or whatever. That general height you just did is great for that. And then we do it lower, like almost sometimes low enough to like L cancel if he's like on the ground. And now look at this back air. Like, again, I still would have drifted away instead of going towards him. But, like, look at how effectively that beat him out. Right?
Right.
Like, okay, not beat him out, but traded. Now imagine if you were just, like, a little bit to the left, right?
Right, just, like, a little further away, just spacing. Like, instead of... So let me see the bear. So, yeah, if I had just, like, drifted away a little bit... but yeah, if I had just held towards center, I would have straight up beat out the Nair.
Yeah, like what I would say here is with Sheik aerials in this matchup, a good general practice is to fast fall and drift away when you're doing delayed aerials. Like, or if you're not like fast fall away from the opponent when you're doing your delayed aerials against like small characters in general, especially with back air. Especially with that.
Sorry, I should have asked you to stop because I was typing. But I did. I really want to hear what you were saying. So what was the last thing that you said? The last two sentences.
Oh, I was just gonna say like a good general practice with like this character when you're doing aerials like this one is to just instead of doing them like in place, just fast fall and pull away at the end. Because once you get here, right? If you confirmed that they're approaching into you. Just, you know, instead of fast falling in place, we just do it away.
Away slightly. It's like the nice thing about that is that I mean, obviously it's good to mix it up, but I see how they'd also not be ready for the drift away because I didn't do it until the very end, so they are like aiming to hit me where I'm at. And then the bear is just like a little bit too big. You said especially against small characters.
Yeah, because like think about how think about when things go wrong versus like Fox or something, right?
It's because I throw out an aerial too high. He gets under me. He like up smashes me or he shines me. Shine is so fucking. When he gets under me and shines me, it's so annoying.
So if we increase the distance between us by pulling away a little bit on our way down, like the little bit we can on the way down, then that makes life more difficult for him, doesn't it?
Very nice small characters who can get underneath aerials.
Mm-hmm.
There was one thing that you touched on that I do have to focus on more as well. Oh, there's a couple things I want to work on. I really want to work on run cancel up tilts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing a lot with Seven recently. He's been coming to. We're hosting this big event, July 12th to 15th, called the Maryland DC Circuit. And I say a big event, it's going to be like 26 people. But you know, we're putting $500 on the line. We're getting an Airbnb. We're like shipping out all everyone's going to go crash there for the night or whatever. And Stefano 7 really wants to qualify, and to qualify you have to attend events. So he's been coming. I've been playing with 7 a lot. And he's like, I mean, I had already noticed that he did it, but he then told me like completely separately from like I didn't even remark on it. He was like, something you got to utilize more, and every Sheik should use more is run cancel up tilt. He uses it so well out of his dash. He'll like just be crouching and then like out of dash or like dash dance a little bit and then just like get under someone, run cancel up tilt. So that's something I really want to sort of get into my my arsenal, but I have to practice that.
Honestly, I think so in this meta, like to add to that, I would say that like I think Jmook at this point has basically made the case that like not from anything he's said, but from how he plays, I think that like up tilt is probably Sheik's best tilt at this point. Like
Yeah, it's so good.
It takes a lot for me, like the great preacher of like forward tilt, to admit that another tilt might be better, but like up tilt's so good. It addresses so many problems of hers. Like it's so good.
It's phenomenal, and like in general, I don't use up tilt enough. Which been the woe of me in like several matchups, including the Sheik Ditto. And every time that I think about it consciously and I start to implement it more, instantly I see results. Because obviously, also if you're not up tilting much, people play in a certain way where up tilt can hit them, and then so it's like you start doing it, and then it fucks them up, obviously. But another thing that you said is using crouch to like bait people into swinging is something that I need to do more, because like obviously Sheik, when she crouches, like she low profiles, people whiff. You can dash back out of crouch to escape as well, and like the dash is really low as well, so it's good for escaping, just depending. So that's something I want to try to work on as well, and hopefully we'll be able to implement soon.
Oh yeah, no, like the thing about crouch that makes it so good is that while crouch is difficult to access in a lot of spots, like you have to literally stop moving in a game that's all about positioning. So there is a pretty big cost involved with like going for a crouch play. But at the same time, man, does crouch condense or simplify the outcomes of an interaction more than any other mechanic in the game except maybe shield. Like the sheer power it has cannot be understated, because it turns top tier moves like Sheik's forward tilt, Fox's nair, like Marth's down tilt, Marth's fair. It turns those into like almost like risky options, like unplayable options for some of them. And like it also makes it so that like the low profile impact it has on aerials is like you have to do delayed aerials. You have to do delayed falling aerials in order to hit a crouching opponent. Well, you know what? Thank God Jigglypuff does not have a good anti-air on that position that combos, because then this game would be very, very bad. But Sheik does. Sheik's got like 6 of them. So like
right, yeah, she does.
Like I know it's ancient, but like, do you know how I beat Silent Spectre? Like at the tournament where Silent Spectre beat Armada Pound 4, I beat him in pools, right? Do you know what all I did?
Wild. I did not know that. I'm sure Louise does.
Probably, but all I did was crouch, and then like he'd come in with a stomper knee because he had to, and then I would nair or a forward tilt or anything. Like it's just all right. Do your jumping. Because I know you. Like I've seen your VODs. Like you're not gonna grab. And if you start grabbing, I'll deal with it. But, like, you're going to do some giant, like, heavy-ass move that's, like, really powerful because you want to break my crouch. Which is fine. Like, it's a valid strat. I'm very ready for it.
Right. This was at, INY?
No. I mean, I did it there, too. But, yeah, no, this was Pound 4.
Yeah, okay. When Armada was...
Yep.
His worst performance of all time.
Yeah, 4th. That's so crazy to think about. That's so crazy to think about.
I loved hearing Armada talk about it, and he was like, for me, like, I'm trying to get first, so even second is already pretty bad, so 4th is awful. It's like, damn, what a mentality.
He was just like, honestly, like, I've never been close to the edge, but, like, when I saw that 4th place, I thought about it. Like, I thought, like, man, maybe I'd just become a Fox main.
Dude, oh, God, dude. Shit's fucked up. I mean, maybe still even. There's nothing stopping you.
This is fun. So.
I think so. I mean, we're basically at the end here.
You have your girlfriend to speak with. I know if you want to run along, that's totally fine. I won't hold it against you.
She might be waiting anxiously up the stairs.
Oh, why? What are you getting up to?
No, she just I was at work for most of the day, and so then I got home, and we don't live together. She's just visiting today because she works remote on Mondays and Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. I hopefully will get.
Do you have the crouch thing? Because that's like the most. That's one of the things that I think is really important. Do you have? Yeah, let's just make it crouch. So crouch crouch forces people to attack low to the ground with delayed aerials, because rising aerials whiff. Use this with F tilt, dash back, etc. to make their lives unhappy. And yeah, just be aware of it on their own side. And with that, I think we are good. I'll see you when I see you next. And yeah, like if
In 2 weeks.
yeah, I'll see you in 2 weeks. And again, like if anything comes up, like again, I have had a very, what we call in therapy, difficult childhood, so I will understand. It's all good. But yeah, just more notice is better. That's all.
No, I understand. It's like I never want to like. It's like I never want to flake on these or like have to not be able to do it or whatever. And I was like, I would have been able to do it last week. I just was not a great moment.
Yeah, if only there was a way to like,
But
but like the thing is, if you know that it's going to be a busy week, or if it's going to be like certain parts of the week are not going to work because of whatever reason, you've got things going on, you won't be in the right headspace, rescheduling is a thing. Just let me know, we'll figure it out, okay?
all right, I'll try to give a heads up though for next time.
Wonderful. Take care, Kush. Till next time.
All right, peace, KK.